tend to lose my temper and I cross the line. Yeah, that's the truth. I know it gets hard sometimes, but I could never leave your side, no matter what I say. 'Cause if I wanted to go, I would have gone by now. But I really need you near me to keep my mind off the edge. If I wanted to leave, I would have left by now. But you're the only one that knows me better than I know myself. All alone, I tried to pretend it didn't matter if I was alone. But deep down I know, if you were gone, every day I would know which way to turn. 'Cause I'm lost without you. I know it gets hard sometimes, but I would never leave your side, no matter what I say. 'Cause if I wanted to go, I would have gone by now. But I really need you near me to keep my mind off the edge. If I wanted to leave, I would have left by now. You're the only one that knows me better than I know myself. I get kinda dark, I let it go too far. I can be obnoxious at times, but try and see my heart. 'Cause I need you now, so don't let me down. You're the only thing in this world I would die without. 'Cause if I wanted to go, I would go by now. But I really need you near me to keep my mind off the edge. If I wanted to leave, I would have left by now. But you're the only one that knows me better than I know myself. Yeah. You keep my mind off the edge. If I wanted to leave, I would have left by now. But you're the only one that knows me better than I know myself. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
All right, guys, let's take some questions from you guys, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to know?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Remember when you told me on the Wednesday you wanted me to be down for you a
Oh my gosh, you
5-hour
I love it. You guys, this is my favorite thing. Oh, and it still has it in
It
there.
does.
Oh
I
my
just remember
God.
sort of
You
being
just
the
keep
top.
refilling it.
Yeah.
This
if you
is
want
5 Hour Energy. I should get an endorsement deal now with you. And I was joking, but that's amazing. It looks so good. That's a 5 Hour Energy. With
Isn't it great? It was a fun little project. I was actually in
I
the
love
city.
it. Did you see that? 5 Hour Energy.
I know.
Oh my God, I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's amazing. I'm gonna just keep refilling this and use this all the time.
Do it, yeah.
It's my pimp cup for 5 Hour. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that's going right in here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're so welcome. Glad you like it.
What was it like being on American Idol?
Crazy. It was a little stressful, but it was super exciting. You know, I knew that was my shot. And it felt good. It felt really good. And I loved the challenge every week of like having to pick something that would surprise people and help define me as an artist. So I loved it.
How was the Blondes fashion show?
It was
2 days ago,
fun,
yeah?
really fun, yeah. Very sparkly.
I liked your contacts. I saw
Thank you,
They
yeah.
look awesome.
I decided to pop the eyes out a little bit, do something a little silly.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When you're doing Better Than I Know Myself, it's so intense. when I can see in your eyes that you're feeling something really strong, is there a specific incident that happened to you that brings that out while you're singing?
I mean, I think relationships in general, I think relationships are, it's love, but it's also work.
I almost feel like you
staying with somebody.
almost start to cry.
Yeah, well, it's like those lyrics, they're really honest, they're very true, and I think that when you're in a relationship with somebody, there's a lot of times where you need to reassure them, I'm not going anywhere, I love you, and I'm sorry if I don't always say that, but I do need you, and I know I'm crazy, and I know maybe I'm not perfect, but I'm here for you, We all need to hear that.
Right.
So I think that the thing I love so much about this song is it means a lot to me personally, but I think it's very universal. I think everybody can relate to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have a question. I'm like really big into like fashion, kind of edgier kind of clothes, and I'm like really inspired by like the designers you use. Like I've noticed we kind of have the same nail polish on.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We're into the green. We're
Yeah,
feeling the green.
it's like green. I like grayish green.
Yeah.
So I'm like really inspired by like a lot of like edgier fashion. Who's like a lot of your favorite designers?
One of my favorite guys right now is this guy named Gareth Pugh,
Uh-huh.
and he's in the UK, and he does men's and women's, and it's really like, it makes everybody look so skinny. I love it. It's like really strong shoulders, very like lots of black and very geometric. He uses lots of like shapes.
Right.
I think it looks so cool.
My vocal teacher encouraged us to like go out on auditions and stuff. Like, do you have any tips for auditions?
Yeah, I mean, do you get nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think deep breathing is very helpful. And a lot of it's like mind over matter. When you walk into a room and you feel nervous because you're like, oh God, I hope I do good, and they're judging me. And the best thing to do is just try to convince yourself in your head that they're not there. If you get really nervous, don't look at them in the eyes. Look right through them. Look right into the back wall behind their heads.
Yeah.
That helps.
I do. I can't just stare right past them.
Yeah, that helps. Although sometimes, sometimes if you do connect with them, if it's the right kind of energy coming at you and the person's supportive and warm, it feels good.
Yeah, like, I love being on stage. I love being like not the center of attention, but just right in the middle, like singing to everyone.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
So pretend like you already got the job when you go on an audition. That might help.
All right, who's got one more question?
Anyone?
Yeah.
I did Idol the year you did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I mean, obviously I didn't win.
Neither did I.
Yeah, but you're more famous than me. Do you have any like tips for me? Because I'm like really discouraged about doing it again because the whole process.
It's a long process.
Oh my God, it
is
was like
long
a 2-day process. I did it at the ISAD.
Yeah.
What about like recommend The Voice or like another show?
They're all long processes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of like, it's if you want it bad enough, you deal with the process. I remember being in the audition and I was at the big stadium as well, and I was like, really? Really?
Right.
And I hadn't gotten a lot of sleep the night before, and I was tired, and I was like sleeping in the bleachers, and I was like, this is horrible. If I get cut, I'm gonna be so mad. But if you want it bad enough, you just have to like put up with the inconvenience of all that, That's part of it. And I think that's why they do it that way. They want to see if you really have what it takes,
Right.
because when you actually get into the business, it's way more work than that. I mean, it is no sleep, travel, constant work, singing even when you're not feeling like you can. Sometimes every once in a while you have to do an interview and the person's kind of not that cool, kind of talking to you, they're asking you questions that are making you feel uncomfortable or they're being rude. You just have to deal with a lot, And then the flip side is that you get fans and you get to make music, you get to do what you love, and you get to write and you get to be creative. So it's like a double-edged sword,
Right.
I think Idol's smart. They prepare you for the struggle and the workload. They want to see if you're professional enough, So, yeah. All right. That was deep.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate it. You should audition again too, because you have such pretty eyes. They'll look really good on
She does.
Alright, so this is another song that you guys might know. Like, I'm talking to the microphone, like you could. Is this a hello? Is this a song? This is called What Do You Want From Me? Hey, slow it down. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah. Yeah, it's plain to see that baby you're beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's me, I'm a freak, yeah. Thanks for loving me, 'cause you're doing it perfectly. Yeah, never mind if pain is time when I would let you slip away. I wouldn't even try. I think you could save my life. Just don't give up. I'm working it out. Please don't give in. I won't let you down. It messed me up. I need a second to breathe. Just keep coming around. Hey, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Just don't give up on me. I won't let you down. No, I won't let you down. So just don't give up. No, please don't give in. I won't let you down. Oh, it messed me up and I need a second to breathe. Just keep coming around. Hey, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Oh, yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Want from me?
Here comes Lambert. All right. I think you were going to step off for a second. We were going to line you guys up for pictures, and we'll go from there. Yeah.